What's going on, guys? I'm glad you're here. As the thumbnail suggests, I'm going to be doing the next five work days in these specific shoes. These are the Vibram FiveFingers Retro Run. I actually have 3 total pairs of Vibrams. You've probably seen these before. People call them monkey shoes sometimes. They're very infamous for those split apart toes. I just did a 2.5 mile run in them, which I'll throw up here for you. I'm gonna be doing that more often now that the weather is nice out, but let's go ahead and just warp over to the station real quick to show you the pair that I'm wearing for work. Ready, set. Whoa. Looking pretty light so far today, but we will see. While we wait for ground cloud to finish up, here are my Vibrams for work. They're actually meant for hiking, but I think they're gonna work just great for this. Ground cloud typo baking into the driveway. Got him! So I've got 160. It'll probably end up being 170, but they're in the last trailer that they're unloading right now, and it's not even 7 yet. So I'm gonna get on my horse and sort and get the freak out of here. Sorted up. A bit of big stuff, but nothing crazy, and lots of shelf space that I ended up just putting the big stuff on, which is why it's not cluttering the aisle too bad. But we have 176 stops, and it is 7:30, so we should be done around noon or sooner. But so far, I'm enjoying wearing these. My toesies feel very free, and I'm able to still kick boxes just fine to get them into place and not die. So that's good. Let's get to it. Hey, I have a package for me. So we are gonna say front door, even though I'm delivering it to myself here. That was blurry. That was lame. Oh, you can't see that at all. Winner! All right. It's actually a late Mother's Day present, so I'm in my own neighborhood currently, and I'm gonna go deliver this to my wife. All right, folks, we are about halfway done, 90-ish stops in, and my feet feel pretty good. I think I need to do some toenail clipping, because on my left toe, on the left side, does feel like there is some rubbing that I don't like going on, but I think it's just because I need to clip my toenail. So otherwise, my feet feel great. So here is to the next half of the route today. 176 stops, took me about 4 hours, just a little over 4 hours, and my feet are feeling pretty good. So I actually think this week probably isn't gonna go too bad. Just almost witnessed a T-boning. That would have been dramatic. But me and the guy across from me both had the green arrow to turn left. So we both start going. I'm to the point now where I don't trust anybody, no matter what the light is turned to. And so I'm looking both directions in this red Ford Focus coming from the right side, so not threatening me directly. Almost T-bones this Tacoma across from me, who is already coming out of the intersection. Slams on his brakes. Luckily the Tacoma was paying attention. He slammed on his brakes. This freaking red Focus just blows through the intersection. Hard red light that had been red for that traffic for like a good 5 seconds. And this dude just was not paying attention. So A, don't be a stupid driver. B, be on the lookout for stupid drivers, because they're out there and they're just oblivious to the world around them. This is a little bit creepy. I am literally the first truck back. There's not even a truck left in the station, which doesn't usually happen. Usually A, not every contractor runs every truck, or B, there's some people who run like shortened like 50 stop routes that are back here before now. It's 12:30. It's not ridiculously early, but anyway, bizarre. So far so good with the shoes. So earlier I think I mentioned I was wearing the retro runs from Vibram. Now I'm in the Vibram V Trail 2.0s. And then I also have a pair of what they call everyday shoes that are the V-Treks. Now, looking closer at these, this is the issue for me. See where my toe pops up right there? That's rubbing me wrong, but I think it's just because I need to clip that toenail right there. Otherwise, these things are pretty comfy. I actually really like the way that it separates my toes from each other and they can all kind of move independent. They're very light and flexible, and the bottoms are plenty grippy and aggressive, and there's just enough rubber so that if I'm slamming my foot into the ground or jumping out of my truck, it's not causing me any issues. And then I've got enough rubber up at the front here that if I'm kicking something or kicking something on accident, I don't have too much issue. So pretty happy with these so far. We'll see if they last 4 more days. That's a wrap for day 1. See you again tomorrow. Hey, welcome to day 2. We are on our way to work from the gym where we wore our retro runs again for exercise, just for lifting some weights. I absolutely love them for that. We are back in our V-Trails for work. Yesterday, I actually took them out on the lake for some paddle boarding. I used them as water shoes, and they actually worked out fantastic for that. They just came home a little bit gritty and full of lake mud, which is kind of gross. So I just popped them in the washer and then hung them out to dry. And this morning, they're good to go again. A little note, yesterday's video ended up being 8 minutes long all by itself. So if I'm gonna do 4 more days, I'm gonna have to cut things down just a little bit. So expect me to cut to the chase a little bit more as far as focusing mostly on time lapses and delivery reports and stuff like that. So in that vein, all right, first update, I only have 123 stops. So what's funny is it looks about the same volume as yesterday, but it's like 50 less. I'm also getting out 15 minutes late. I'll probably be 20 to 30 minutes late once I get my first delivery. So it all evens out, but right into the time lapse. back in all of these empty shelves at the front, and honestly, past the front as well. We're about 2/3 of the way done. We're 80 in. We've got 126 now. Some missed scans, which is always great, but we're flying. We're gonna be done in the next hour or so, which will be fantastic. I'll check in at the end. So on days when I get done super freaking early, which is most Tuesdays, I like to go and get gas because then it's not really taking extra time. If there was a day where I was out delivering to like 2 or 3, definitely would not want to have to go get gas then. I usually leave a note on my steering wheel for the weekend guy saying, fill it up before you leave. Then I'll drive on Monday. And usually if I gas up on Tuesday, then I don't usually have to gas up again until the weekend guy hopefully gasses me up. It just depends on how the route goes. But yeah, I did like 37 an hour today, so it only took me 3.5 hours. And so gassing up, gonna head home, and if I do anything else in my lovely monkey shoes today, I will try to bring you along with me. Mostly I just have household chores to catch up on today. So likely, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey there, it's Wednesday. I just finished my run, and I actually did it in my V-Trex. And we'll talk about why on the car ride. So today's run, I worked my way back up to a 3-miler, which is very nice, felt very good. And I chose to wear my V-Trex instead of my retro runs. And the reason is, the V-Trex are actually stupid comfortable. It must be the different kinds of rubber that they use on the soles, because those say soft on them. And the other two shoes, I think they say something different. I don't remember if the retro runs say soft or not, but the V-Trails definitely don't. They're definitely made of a harder rubber, which makes sense for what they're built for. But running in the Trex, today was the first day I've done that, and it was nice. Now, the one thing I don't like about them is that they do have laces instead of like the quick pull Velcro tabs that the other two have. I wish they had that as well, and maybe there's a way to get that in their aftermarket. But yeah, they're not quite as easy to get on as the other two, but they are way more comfortable. So I've actually liked those for the gym as well. I've been using those a little bit. The other two, you know, these ones, the Trails, they're just more rugged, and I like that feeling of protection on my foot. And the retro runs are just extremely flexible and make my foot feel very flat on the ground, which is nice for lifting weights. But the Trex are growing on me now. This video is already too long for day 3, so I'm just gonna cut right to the sorting laps. That's not what I want to see on the side of my truck. Wah, wah, wah. All right, I have 203. So Wednesday is making up for the ease of Monday and Tuesday, and honestly, that's kind of par for the course for this route. But anyway, let's get into our long day of time lapses. Yep. Again, for the sake of this video not being super long, you're only gonna get one time lapse today, but have y'all ever had something like this happen to you? Where construction is blocking the road you need to go down in order to make your delivery? A lot of extra walking to do today. And that's how you waste 5 minutes of your day. Just getting home. Tiring day. Lots of porch and patio furniture to go with the nice weather that we're now having. So I'm pretty worn out and fatigued, but my feet actually feel pretty dang good. So no complaints here. Foot-wise, I think the Vibrams are doing a great job and they're holding up really, really well. Actually, I had my manager asking me about them today. He's looking for work shoe recommendations, and I'm not sure I would recommend these for everybody for the kind of work that we do. My feet are already pretty barefoot adapted, which is, that's gonna take time. If you're brand new to barefoot shoes, definitely start with something more mild like a Lems. But I am trying to get y'all an affiliate link and a discount code to Vibrams if any of you become interested after this video in those. So hopefully sometime in this week I will have that up for you guys. I'll probably mention it later if I do, and it'll obviously be down in the description. But for now, let's go ahead and slingshot you to the sorting laps for day 4. Oh, you wanted to go to the gym with me in the morning? That's not something that people usually do. But all right. Hey, it's actually still day 3. I'm just running an errand for Mandy to go pick up some books. We've got this thing in our front yard called a little library, and somebody in the community giveaway for free group that she's on is giving away a bunch of books. So we're grabbing those so that we can restock. And I am wearing my V-Trex in order to run this little 10-minute errand. I'm not happy to be here, but hey, these books are free. This apartment building was in my last route that I ran, and it's one of the worst ones to deliver to by far. I told Mandy when I first got these I definitely wouldn't wear them casually, but honestly, they're kind of growing on me. All right, day 3 is now officially over. Again, I'll see you in the morning at the gym. Whoa, hey. Good morning. It's time to go to the gym and get our lift on. I hope you enjoyed that. No time for chit chat. Time lapse. We have 162 today. We're about to get out of the station here in a second. I wanted to make a note. I think I didn't ever report on this, but I finally clipped that toenail that was sticking out, and I haven't had any issues in that specific spot since then. So one caveat to these shoes: gotta keep up with your toe hygiene, or else 1, they might be uncomfortable, and 2, I've heard they wear out a little bit faster. Anyway, I'll do some periodic updates, probably not gonna do a time lapse. I will see you later. I have a delivery for me again. This one is actually very appropriate for the video that we are currently doing. This is a pair of barefoot shoes They're toe shoes, and they are not from Vibram, which I think is very interesting. So the last thing that I delivered to myself I didn't have a tracking number, so I couldn't see the picture. So we're gonna try to take a better one this time. Nope, can't see me at all. That one is better. Let's see if you can see it. There we go. Golden. Done. Delivered. All right. I'm gonna give you guys a look of those later, either later today or tomorrow after I've done an unboxing video for them. Very interesting to find another company that makes toe shoes other than Vibram, so stay tuned for that. Day 4 in the books. Pretty good week, honestly. Like, pretty light in the beginning, heavy in the middle. Today wasn't bad. 162, doing 39 an hour, crushed it out. Now I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna run an errand on the way home, pick up more books for the little library, which my wife is very excited about, and then maybe do an unboxing of those shoes. If I do that, then I will make sure to put some of that unboxing footage in here, or I'll just pull the phone out and show you guys the shoes later and kind of my initial thoughts of them. But for now, we out! Yeah. These are kind of weird, but I think I like them. Good morning. It is day 5 of wearing nothing but toe shoes for my whole work week. And I've got a report on how my feet feel, and they feel pretty dang good. They don't feel more sore than usual. And honestly, since I switched to barefoot shoes like a year and a half ago, my feet really haven't felt sore at all. So this is just par for the course. I did not get up and go running today. Today was one of those days where my alarm went off at 5:30 and I went, you know, an extra hour of sleep would be nice. And I can always run on Saturday, which is true. It is okay to take a day off from exercise, or to take that day of exercise and move it to another day, especially if you're a delivery pro. Definitely gauge what you do in the morning based on how you feel from your work week and the volume that you've had that week. This week actually hasn't been that bad, but I do feel a little bit tired, I think just because I've been staying up late to do lots and lots of video editing between this channel and the Sons of Seaver channel, where you will see a more in-depth review of these Vibram FiveFingers and obviously the Palooza strand as well. Go and subscribe to that channel if you're into outdoor adventure and outdoor adventure gear. Let's get into our time lapse for the day for our truck sort. We're looking at 170 today, not too bad. I don't love this stuff, but it could be worse. Hopefully I can just dump it out the back and we'll be good to go. But let's get right into the route. I don't think I'm gonna do a time lapse just because y'all are probably lapsed out at this point, but you probably don't mind time warps. There you have it, folks. One whole work week in toe shoes. And honestly, I could see myself wearing these more often in the future. I do think I prefer normal shoes for work, and I don't think Vibram's feelings would be hurt by that sentiment. So I'm probably gonna go back to my Lems, and I have some other Lems that I've gotten and am getting that I want to try using as my work shoes here and seeing how that goes. But I'm not mad about how this went and how my feet feel. I actually think being in these helped my toes spread out even more. I do toe spreaders like nightly because I want to get that squished toe thing all done away with and make sure that my feet are nice and healthy. But again, my whole body is tired from this week of work, It wasn't that bad. I think most of that is just staying up too late and not getting enough sleep for recovery, but my feet feel fantastic. So if you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. As always, check out the affiliate links down in the description. That helps me out a lot. Stay tuned for more vlogs in the future. We're gonna be doing more fun stuff like we did this week with the toe shoes. Hopefully those videos won't be nearly as long. And as always, deliver safely.